gonna steal your sunshine and I'll shit on your parade. Don't get me started on doing Michael Caine. My opinion matters, yours will fall in last place. I'm not shutting up and you'll be learning my name. Fifth in the family, but first in my mind. 1 out of 10, but I'm ranking just fine. We've only got now, there's no afterlife. Look, Mom and Dad, I'm just speaking my mind. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. Everyone's coming on Kyle tonight. Wait, what? No, nobody's coming on Kyle tonight. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. You can't shut this mouth, but you're welcome to try. I only stop talking and drink, smoke, or eat and cry. I'll never shoot up, gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. You can't shut this mouth, but you're welcome to try. I only stop talking and drink, smoke, or eat and cry. I'll never shoot up, gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die.
And we are live here with episode 14 of season 3 of Kyle
I need to cut you off right
Mocha
now.
Won't shut up. What?
I need to cut you off.
Yeah?
I just came up with the most amazing discovery ever.
What is it?
I'm calling it, it's a thing called John Hobo. I just came up with this discovery.
Oh,
you guys
right,
need to look at this.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Hobo Johnson is
Hobo
John Candy.
Candyson. Hobo John Candyson. That you showed me a little clip of a video of him with the like that
come on
thin
now, dude.
mustache. It's got it. It's there.
It's
he just
there.
needs a couple dozen
Oh,
donuts.
wait, it's still back up on-
It's still there.
It won't go away.
Oh, we
damn
are
it.
stuck with Hobo Candy Johnson or
Hello,
whatever his
Keith.
name is.
Okay, you can resume.
All
now.
right. Well, I thank you everybody for tuning in to episode 14 of season 3 of Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up. I am your host, Kyle Mocha. Joining me as always in the upstairs chair, Mr. Justin
Hello,
Olimpedo.
The upstairs bathroom.
Oh, taking a shit throughout the show. What the hell?
Plus
oh
working
my
this
God.
this computer.
Yeah,
One of the
yeah.
consoles tonight.
Our new intro this week was provided by my new iPhone 11.
Yeah,
It's pretty
dude.
fucking sweet. I didn't go with the Pro. They didn't have a Pro. Didn't go with the Pro. But it's really, the camera's
I will
fucking
say though, I had
phenomenal.
to shoot in ×1. I
Yeah.
couldn't use 0.5 because
Yeah.
it was capturing it was a wider angle
Way too much shit.
and it was capturing the side of the actual
Oh,
balloon.
right. Yeah. It was catching the... Yeah, it's too wide of an angle that you can see the
Now,
arm.
what's the third camera? Is that super wide?
I'm not sure. I'm assuming it shoots in 3D.
It's the third one is like a real
Good
close.
camera? Okay. Oh, yeah, that's the
I
super
think.
zoom.
I
That's
thought it
a
was.
super zoom. Speaking of super and maybe zoom, we are also joined by Mr. Zachary. Slow pop Stormin. That's a good genre we could start doing. Slow pop. I mean, not like ballads, just like write a pop song and then just trudge it up. Trudge.
Damn, this water is real good today, fellas.
What water's real good?
This water.
You have some water?
I do.
What kind of water are you drinking?
It's labeled Bush.
Oh, it is. We're drinking some Bush here, but that's not what we're drinking.
That's not
what we're drinking. But yeah, this is the seasonal limited edition
up,
of
Saki?
the Bush Big Buck Hunter.
Yes.
Game. Apparently, you can scan whatever on the
You
actual
win Big
can,
Buck Hunter.
and you can play the game on your phone. I didn't know you could play Big Buck Hunter on your phone. I mean, I should just assume everything is available on your phone, but I've never tried to look for
Actually,
Big Buck
I had
Hunter.
an idea about
Yeah.
doing an app with Big Buck Hunter, and if you win, you just get steaks in the mail.
That'd be cool.
Like
would be
free
That'd be cool. That'd be
Omaha
good.
steaks or Trump steaks or
Trump steak.
whatever the current.
Those at least would be nice and aged.
Those are the only
true.
2 mail order steak companies I know, but I'm
Yeah.
sure there's another mail order
order
steak.
Is there a mail order bride and steak company? Because I would like to just knock 2 things out of the park.
Mail order bride steak and chips.
Yeah, bride steak and chips. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be a good seller. I don't know why nobody. Hey, people with money and women. Take the
aren't you
idea and
doing
run with
this?
it.
Yeah.
You can do the husbands too.
You can have it
don't
for
have
free.
to. You don't have to be like gender specific.
Have it for free.
Mail order husband, I came here to the farm,
And then you got a steak.
and then I got a steak. With my new wife, I got it on.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh yeah.
Well, hey, rich people with money, why don't
I'm
you
dying,
give us
guys.
money so Zach can A, stop dying, and B, we can start mail order farm brides. All right, guys. So this week we got something a little fun. We're gonna get into a little bit later, a little different type of conversation than we usually do.
Yeah, it's sort of an epidemic right now.
Yeah, it is. But first and foremost, there's great news this week in the world of entertainment that I kind of want to get into, and that is Spidey is back in the MCU.
I didn't actually watch anything on it, so I don't really know what terms they came to.
The terms are a little like fuzzy. Obviously, they don't release everything when they talk about that. But the main thing to take away from the story and the news is he will be in at least 2 more movies within the MCU. He is contracted for 3 movies overall, Tom Holland himself, through Sony. So 2 of them are going to be MCU movies where, I mean, it could be a brief cameo that could suffice. And there also could be the chances within the Sony world that he is the Spider-Man that gets to battle Tom Hardy's Venom, which I still do not get the hate around that fucking movie. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was one
I'm
of the
excited
more.
for the next one.
That was a beautiful thing.
I really
was-
and Woody Harrelson as the
was
next
fun.
villain. Come on,
Hardy played it really fucking well.
yeah, and the accent is like a perfect, like stupid smart guy, like just not
exactly.
Boston. I mean, he's more of a Brooklyn accent in that. And Michelle Williams is fucking brutal. The scene where she takes on the Venom, suit basically,
exactly.
or when the Venom
The
takes
symbiote.
over her. I thought it was fucking amazing. But yeah, Marvel and Sony came to an agreement to once again share Spider-Man, and hopefully everything is in ink and has dried and there's no going back, because if they break up again, oh my god, people are going to lose their goddamn fucking minds.
Now, do you think that this... Okay, so with Sony, Microsoft, Switch...
Yeah.
You know, these big companies in video game worlds
Yeah.
are now allowing support of, crossplay. So, like, if you have something on Xbox and I have something on PC, I can play with you. But same thing with PS4. Now that...
How recent is that?
It's very recent.
I was gonna say,
they didn't want to do it because basically the console market is,
they want you to have.
they want you to have
them.
everything. But here's the thing: exclusives are what makes you buy a console. People buy PS4 to play Spider-Man. People buy PS4 to play Uncharted. People buy PS4 to play God of War.
Now, how gung ho are the PS people versus the Xbox people? Is there like a faction, like a war thing going on? Like, are people like? Do you hate on them like you're a Mets fan or a Yankees fan hating on each other?
Yeah, and then
Just like you see someone in an Xbox One shirt, you're just like, fucking piece of shit.
Basically, yeah.
Piece of shit.
And that's where the joke
PlayStation, I guess the joke should be the other way.
PC Master Race was a joke that came out of it. You know what I mean? So like,
okay.
You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to deny what creates everything else? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but then people are like, PC is fucking better. Just buy it on PC. But whatever. It's
your
giving
point
people
with the crossover
opportunity.
here. What were you getting to on that?
I think that companies are showing that they're willing to expand because they can get more money.
Yes.
If just DC and Marvel eventually should come together and be like, give me Batman and I'll give you
I'll give you Spider-Man.
or I'll give you whatever. You know what I mean? Like
that would
both
make
companies,
$1 billion in a day.
Yep.
Like it really fucking would. It would make,
Yeah.
and we're not saying anything fucking like new here. Everybody knows that would be huge.
Yes, it would just be
fucking
more or less
huge.
coming to terms with, hey, do you realize how much money we're going to make?
Split
it
costs
half
down
and
the
half.
middle,
Yeah,
50-50, split
Yep.
profit right down the middle. And that was a lot of the problem that Sony, since they owned Spider-Man and they had something that the MCU wanted, they were
because
able
they were
to
not making
leverage
money
that.
off of it to begin with.
Well,
But
they had the Andrew Garfield movies, and they pretty much canned his third one in hopes of being able to
There was two
basically.
Andrew Garfield
Yes,
movies?
I didn't know the second one actually came out. I've
The
never
second one
seen
came out has Jamie Foxx's Electro in it.
Yep.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx, and it's fucking. I liked it. It was a different feel. It was more of.
I
He was
do-
still
I will
way
say-
too old to play the character.
I will
and he
say
was,
the
like,
way that
too
they
tall, in
handled-
my opinion, and he wasn't as smart assy as you want. Like I love Tom Holland's performance.
Yes.
I think besides the first couple of times you watch the Tobey Maguire one, like when you first watch it, like back when it came out, like I loved those. I thought he was perfect, but
I mean, those movies had to come out for them
Yeah,
to fucking.
yeah.
You
Like
would
Sam
make the
Raimi
Tobey-
by
had
the
to
end of it, I
come out.
fucking hated him.
You know the Tobey Maguire one would be better?
What?
If instead
How?
of Tobey Maguire,
Yep.
it was Toby Keith.
Toby Keith. Ooh, that would be that would be.
But
Oh.
my question is,
Awesome.
how long before we start seeing that? Do you think that will happen
How
again?
long
Toby
before
Keith
Toby
as
Keith
Spider-Man?
is Spider-Man?
I don't know. I'm thinking like 2-3
Other
years.
companies
Crossing
willing
over.
to give up some of their
Yeah. Like
or license or
when
lease out.
does General Mills and Kellogg's combine forces and give you the greatest combo cereals ever?
Captain Fruity Pebbles.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Post jumps in there. Oh, it'd be fucking beautiful. It would be fucking
but
beautiful.
that's-
Still stay away from
You
the special
can do
K.
that.
You can do that yourself. You can do that
Yeah.
yourself. And if you're a really
I
good
can't just smash
animator,
two Blu-ray discs together and
I mean, you could.
Yeah, that's true.
Not much is gonna happen.
You probably you could though. And then
What
could,
if you,
we
what
could
if you put
take
one
the
on
stuff
top
on
of
the
the other
Blu-ray.
and played them at the same time? I don't know how
Exactly.
technology works.
Or you could just rip those two. Don't
Yeah.
rip those. That's illegal. But you can then
the only thing
play
I'm
them
ripping is
on,
ass.
You can play them together in just one video and audio track.
Yeah.
Just like they did all the Star Wars movies at one time.
Yeah. Oh
You can
yeah.
watch on
That was
YouTube.
so fucking weird. The first time I watched that, it was like that was when it was only like 6 or 7 movies, and now,
Yep.
oh my god, it'd be fucking ridiculous.
It was just the 6, I think.
It was just
yeah.
the 6.
But
They did all.
our
If you don't know what we're
C-3PO
talking about, is
exists
somebody
in
on
the
YouTube took the first 6 Star Wars movies and made them like semi-transparent and played them all at the same time.
over them, so and
you-
there are certain points that just freakishly work
Yes,
out. Like
yes.
Yeah.
like not a lot. I wouldn't say even like
don't know if I could sit through the
85% of the
whole
movie is matched up. Like it's like literally maybe like 5% matches up. It is kind of headache inducing. It is
Oh, yeah.
something that you would play to torture a person on repeat.
Yep.
And maybe like, because I mean, the version I saw was like a sped up version, so you saw it all in like 12 minutes.
Yep.
And it's just like, Jesus Christ. Can you imagine the audio on top of it if you put all
No,
of
the
it?
audio wouldn't work.
You would just be like, I'm in a room with like 8 conversations. It'd be like having dinner with my family.
I did watch it with the audio on,
Yeah.
and sometimes it does work. You just get some weird ambient shit while people are talking. But other times there's just so much shit going on.
Yeah. It would have been sweet if it all matched up the way that like Darkseid and fucking Wizard of
Or
Oz
like
matches
the
up.
reverse of The Shining.
Oh, watching it backwards?
Well,
And
backwards
forwards
and
at the
forwards
same
at the same
time.
time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because there's weird
Remember doing
linear
that?
things that
Yeah.
oh my god, there's like a hallway shot and then a bar shot and it just works
The
out.
dude in his bedroom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that whole
Oh,
scene.
but you gotta figure he was fucking on probably enough drugs in the 70s and being a crazy person already from the
He
50s.
also had an IQ of 200.
Yeah, that's just a number that's really fucking high. You're right. He's a genius.
He is a genius.
He was a genius, and he probably did a
Super
bunch of
duper
shit without
genius.
anybody knowing. You know, like
Kids, that's
moon
Stanley
landing.
Kubrick. If you don't know who we're fucking talking about.
The moon landing.
Conspiracy.
Oh, like no. Like the moon landing's real. He just went to the moon with him and filmed
Oh,
it
he
all.
filmed the whole-
That's
oh, yeah, that's
Is
cool.
that not the theory? I thought that was the theory.
That is
I
the theory.
definitely thought that was. The
Speaking
theory.
of moons and
Yeah.
landings, have you seen Elon's new ship?
No, what is he doing?
It's stainless steel.
Oh, yes, I have seen
And
it.
it's
All
shiny
right.
as fuck.
All right.
There is a new
Is there a
contender in
reason
space, though.
behind? Before we go into that, is there a reason behind stainless steel?
In an
Just
interview, he
aesthetics,
said,
or
I love steel. It's a lot heavier than titanium or ceramic or
just
whatever.
it's a lot heavier than the Titanic.
It's a lot
It's
heavier
way
than
heavier than
everything
the
else they
Titanic.
make.
All right.
But it's also a lot cheaper. and there's some like thermal properties of it
All right.
that
Okay.
he's using, but it's shiny. It looks fucking crazy.
Shape-wise, is it still dildo-y shaped? Is this it? Oh, what
No,
do we got
this
here?
is the new contender. There's apparently
new
going to
company?
be a space hotel.
You know what? I can't wait to never go there.
It's called the Von Braun Station.
Really?
Yeah,
The
'cause
Von
that's-
Braun. Yeah,
that's
Werner
who
Von
started-
Braun.
But
Yeah.
what you
That's
always
who
wanted to do in
started,
space.
NASA.
Yeah. I mean, he was part of Operation Paperclip that came over
Yes.
from the Nazis.
I know
Yeah.
you've always wanted to play
And-
low gravity basketball and rock climb.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Jesus. The world's. How do you call it the world's first? It's space's first. It's not. Does
you
not
don't
belong
know
to the
that.
world. It's
Yeah.
out. It's out there. It's
It is,
crazy
yeah.
out there. Speaking of crazy out there, we got something to drink, Justin, and I mean it's not crazy out there, but it is pretty out there.
Is
So
it crazy?
why don't we start drinking?
All right.
Scarecrow.
Hey!
Oh, beer.
Autumn spice.
All right,
Ale
so
with
we are
vanilla,
drinking
allspice,
tonight.
nutmeg.
Free Will Brewing
Oh.
Company's Scarecrow. Did you give him a nice look on the camera up top there,
I will.
Justin? Alrighty, so this is Scarecrow. It's an autumn spiced ale with vanilla, allspice, nutmeg, and cinnamon. So all of the things that would go into a pumpkin spiced beverage.
But no
But
pumpkin.
it is an autumn beer.
It is an autumn beer, and it's an ale, not a porter. So I saw we walked into Beer Time in East Stroudsburg, and
Beer time.
Surprisingly, this is
Dude.
5.0, dude.
what was
This
that?
is 5.0.
It's a Mustang
5.0.
motor.
So we're good.
By
We're
Free
good.
Will.
This is a nice middle of the road beverage. We're gonna give this a crack and give this a little sample. The image on it is wonderful. I
Smells
love
good,
their
dude.
artwork. Oh yeah, I got a little bit of frothiness on my nose there. I was hoping for kind of a chai feel to it all. You know, you get all those spices mixed together. And
This
it-
tastes like pumpkin pie. It just tastes like pumpkin.
without pumpkin.
Without pumpkin,
Without
yeah.
pumpkin.
'Cause it's the
See,
pumpkin
My
spices.
favorite pumpkin pie.
It's the spices of all of it. So
Ooh.
minus maybe the vanilla.
Yeah, the
I
vanilla,
think the vanilla
is
is what
replacing
makes
the
it the
pumpkin.
pumpkin. Yeah,
It's replacing the pumpkin in there.
and it's light.
That is very light. I mean, 5%. This is one of the lower end that wasn't a sparkling seltzer that we've really ever gone towards. And this is the first time I've purchased a beverage without looking at the alcohol content. Because I'm an alcoholic and I want to know I'm getting drunk for my buck. But this came in a 4-pack. It again from Free Will Brewing Company. Great artwork, and you can tell it's independent craft because it says right on there independent craft.
I will say though, after taking a couple sips,
Yeah.
this still falls within a porter or
You think it's got the heaviness to it?
yeah, because it's like on my third sip, I'm like, okay, I can see how this is going to be like a 1 or 2 beer, and
The spices
Maybe
are
the
going to
spices
hit your
too.
stomach a lot
Yeah.
more. I mean, cinnamon. I mean, can fuck up certain people's stomachs.
I'm
I
getting
mean,
more
anything
nutmeg
can fuck
than
up.
anything.
I definitely get the nutmeg. The vanilla's kind of like on the inhale. You get the vanilla in that scent and that flavor. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea specifically what allspice is. Is it
allspices.
allspice? Is that literally what it is?
No.
So what?
It's
Educate
its own
me.
separate spice. It is.
Okay.
I don't know where it comes from.
It's
really.
allspice is just like nutmeg
Okay.
to me.
To you.
I can taste all.
So they're doubling down.
This tastes like allspice to me a lot.
Is allspice an ingredient in chai tea? Do you know that?
Most likely.
Most
I
likely.
would say probably.
Is allspice something you generally put into something that is going to be more sweet to kind of like cut it a little bit? Like, because, I mean, I'm getting like no bitterness off of this.
No, I'm not getting bitterness,
But I'm not getting
getting
smacked in the face with sweetness either.
Yes.
So like the vanilla makes me feel like it's more of like a not like a vanilla
yeah.
extract,
I think
but like the
the
essence
nutmeg
of
wasn't
vanilla.
so harsh.
Yeah. And if there was pumpkin in here, I wouldn't probably like this type of beer. Last week we did taste a pumpkin beer that I thoroughly enjoyed
Okay,
the
so-
creaminess of that nitro, but this is a totally different animal here.
Allspice
Yeah.
Yes.
is dried, unripe berries of the pimento tree.
Okay.
Oh.
Learned something new
So they
every day.
say it tastes. It's like a peppercorn. It tastes like cloves, nutmeg, and
So
cinnamon
the cloves.
mixed
That's
together.
that's what I'm getting there. I'm
Yeah.
definitely getting the clove.
Yeah, that's probably where the
flavor in there.
harshness is. That I'm thinking it was
Yep.
nutmeg, but it was actually the allspice that was
hell yeah.
overpowering.
I like a good allspice. You can put some allspice and some curry.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, you know.
As long as this
anything
isn't made
fall.
with Old Spice, I think we're pretty good.
Yeah!
Yeah.
We just got
Oh,
sued.
yeah.
We got
Old
sued 3
Spice.
times over for saying the name.
We're not allowed to say their name even?
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, hey,
Oh
look,
jeez.
Oh, we got sued by Jesus.
I think we're all enjoying this though. This is a pretty good beverage,
Yeah,
pretty good.
I would definitely drink
So
it again.
hey, if you see
Check it out.
Scarecrow out on the shelves from Free Will Brewing, just buy it and
Or if you
trust
see a
us.
scarecrow in the field, hang out.
Hang out with it. He's
Hang
probably
out
he's
with him.
probably needing a friend or 2 or 3 and a trip down a road.
Might be a very lonely
a
hang
golden
road.
brick, yellowish
Saying,
road.
he might not
you know?
respond, and if he
might
does, you
not.
might want to go talk to somebody.
Yeah, if he talks back to you and you're not wearing ruby slippers,
Yeah.
you better get the fuck out
better
of
get
there
some ruby
and
slippers,
get some
bitch.
ruby slippers. Hell yeah.
Jeepers Creepers shit going on.
Oh,
Does
Jeepers.
he actually talk to people in that movie?
I don't remember. I honestly tried to not watch that movie as much as
I
possible.
love that movie.
It's a great movie.
You
I
would
can't
think
remember
so.
if he speaks. I want to say in
I
2
think
he
he
talks,
does talk, in
but I
that
don't think
movie
in number
series.
1 he talks.
Yeah,
I
maybe
think
not.
just in 2.
Maybe
I will
towards
say
the
I was
end.
in the
I don't
room
remember.
while that was being played at one point, and I did my best to have conversations with people and ruin the
I feel
movie
like
for
it's
them.
Justin Long in the first one. I
Yeah.
feel like
Really?
it's right.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
like
Okay, I will watch that.
He
I
plays
would
the
watch
boyfriend.
that.
like.
Justin
Did you
Long,
watch From Hell?
He'll no, I didn't. But that was one that I also was
You
like,
should
okay,
watch that movie.
he can hold my hand through this movie. You know, like
The comedy
I
alone,
can cling
though,
to
the
liking
Sam
him as a
Raimi-ness.
human and an actor. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the one. Is that the Streets Under Paris movie or no?
No, that's As Above, So Below.
Oh, okay,
that
'cause
movie is
That one
awesome.
you tried to get me to watch one day, and I was not having it. I was not having it.
That movie, you should watch that movie.
Sure,
man.
I should.
Yes.
You know what? I have so many horror movies in our DVD, Blu-ray collection at home that I need to just kind of force myself to really get into the season. It is October 1st. We are
I mean,
in
I'd be totally
Halloween
down
season.
to watch some horror movies.
Yeah?
man. Like, I didn't really do it last year.
Well,
I've
I mean,
said
we
was
got the
going to.
projector outside. We literally have billions. I mean, I know you can stream them online, and you got a nice
That's
TV
it,
here
dude.
too. But we've
As
got
Above, So
so
Below.
many goddamn
All right,
fucking movies.
So we're
at
gonna
the
watch
house.
As Above, So Below on
Mm-hmm.
the projector. If I have to go buy it, I will go buy it. But
I would not be shocked if it's not already in my
right.
living room.
'Cause that movie
I don't know how many
is
double
incredible.
negatives that sentence had, but
I don't know
it was enough.
if we don't already have.
I
it.
don't know if we don't already not have it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I pooped in the living room.
Ah, I mean, you can do anything you want in the living room. It's a room that you live in. You poop while you live in, so why can't I poop in here? It's a living room.
That's some
I'm
living.
sorry for the
Zach's
coughing.
dying.
I've been having
Whoa,
sinus
whoa.
infection
Zachy's dying.
for like 2 weeks now. It's just been killing me.
All right. Well, you know what wouldn't kill Zach? A couple of
You
jokes.
sure, dude? I think it.
You know, I'll do a 3 or 4. Never anecdotes. Never.
Murder.
What?
Jokes and murder.
Jokes and murder. This is what this segment's about. Jokes and murder. Now, Zach, be honest with everybody. Me, the
Yes, I
the
will
listeners.
kill you later.
You will kill me later. Do you enjoy the jokes song more than you do the jokes?
Usually.
Usually. All right.
I
All
already
right.
I'm
told you
getting
the
sick of
next
that
format
fucking
that we have to
song,
do
too.
for this channel.
For this, yeah. Oh, yeah. What was that? Yeah, you were
It
talking
was
about
anytime randomly
Yeah.
when you're with somebody that
that. Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
Thanks.
How's
You pull out
Tommy
your
Lee
camera.
jokes?
Play your cock.
Yeah, you pull out your camera
I want to do that already.
while you're filming. You say whoever's you're with. So if it's Zach, hey Zach,
And then I set
a
up a
joke.
joke, and then
quick response over. That's
and
it.
then it's it.
Yep.
Houseboat, Tommy Lee jokes. All right. Well, we're not doing that today. We're going back to our old standby style of me reading
fucking
wonderfully
allergies,
amazing, hilariously scripted, perfectly timed,
Yes.
setting myself up for failure jokes.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. The 25th James Bond film, which is titled No Time to Die, wrapped
no
filming
time to
this
die.
week. Yeah, I kind of like the title. It harkens back to, you
Die
you
Hard.
only live twice, other James Bond
Die
names,
Harder.
and Die Harder. So No Time to Die, it wrapped filming this week, and star Daniel Craig allegedly gave a speech to the cast and crew while being visibly quite drunk. With his eyes glossed over and his words slurring, the Bond actor stumbled through his speech, and all in attendance were both shaken and stirred. Zach is coughing in appreciation.
Yes.
Damn allergies. Slacky said it in the chat. It is true. He is dying over there. So Zach is taking a seat in the guest spot over here till he can recoup. And to help him, I'm going to continue with my jokes.
I've got the headphones on.
I know. Samuel L. Jackson has been tapped to be a new option for the voice of Amazon's Alexa, marking the first time in the device's existence that it will be saying motherfucker more times than its frustrated users. How many people's toddlers ordered fucking random shit by just talking to a robot while they were being ignored?
It just says motherfucker, and it gives you every single Samuel L. Jackson movie ever made.
Well, that would be the smart thing to do. Yeah. Just in the middle of the night, Alexa just goes, yo. Order every Samuel Jackson movie ever. It just speaks to itself and orders it.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, you got to be careful with that, dude. If it starts talking to itself as Sam Jackson.
As Sam Jackson.
Oh, man.
What if it starts talking to Alexa
hold on a second.
as Sam
Does that
Jackson?
mean that we can get a new Terminator-style movie where Samuel L. Jackson is the villain?
I'm already liking it.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger is like Sam Jackson's role, but on Snakes on a Plane. So I'm tired of all these motherfucking Samuel L. Jacksons.
On this motherfucking...
Voice Echo.
Yeah, this Echo. This Amazon Echo thing. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so in other news, Lil Nas X has canceled 2 upcoming shows and announced he is taking a break from music after a whirlwind of a year in the spotlight. It is. Collaborator Billy Ray Cyrus was distraught after hearing the news, stating to the press that this really achy breaks my wallet. We get some good fake laugh from the corner over there. Yeah. All right, and finally, Dave Grohl admitted that he cried a little bit after watching Weezer perform a cover of the Nirvana song Lithium at a recent show in Rio de Janeiro. They're touring together, they're playing a bunch of shows, them and Tenacious D. Grohl joins thousands of Weezer fans who have been brought to tears by the band's inability to write any good music of their own for the last 2 decades.
True.
Zach is so earnestly laughing there.
I am so not a fan of either of those bands.
I know.
Really.
You don't like Foo Fighters?
No.
Have you ever listened to the double album they had that's it's half acoustic, half full band? Yep. I love that album. And today, for the first time in I don't know how long on my laptop, I accidentally clicked the in my toolbar. I accidentally clicked the iTunes thing, and it opened up. And I forgot, I probably have maybe 9 or 10 albums that I've ever uploaded to iTunes, and one of them was that album. On your phone now. And no, it's just on my computer. It's not linked or synced up to my phone at all. It's from probably 10 years ago. So Long Astoria by the Ataris is on there. A couple of a Bayside album, I think Shutter's on there. The 59 Sound by Gaslight Anthem is on there. Okay. And then randomly, I don't know where this came from. I don't know where this come from. But my brother Keith appeared. I was just listening to music, and all of a sudden, one track is just Keith saying this phrase like snorvelorbalord, and then at the end of it, I'm giggling the whole time, and at the end of it, he just goes, "Oh, snuffleupagus," and then it just cuts.
That's
it's
a
30
track
seconds.
On your iTunes?
It's a track on my iTunes. It must have been on a phone that I did sync up at one point, and I have no idea why. And then I also found
that clip.
You need to send that to
us.
us. Yeah.
And then the other thing I found is me reading. There's this website called Hit Record that Joseph Gordon-Levitt has, where artists of all different types work together.
Is he still doing it?
And
it's massive.
Yeah, it's like a decade.
They've been doing it with video game developers.
Yep,
they'll get collaborations.
They'll make short movies. They'll make animated
whatever
movies.
You want.
They will do whatever. So I was signed up as a writer and a voiceover actor, and they were looking for a voiceover from hundreds, they wanted thousands of people to say the same thing, and they were kind of all spliced it all together. Kind of like the one Thrice music video. They have or even in the song, they have like a bunch of fan submitted tracks of them singing the same line over like "I will not stand in the darkness" or whatever that line is on the new album. So it worked kind of the same way. So it's just me just reading this line, 2 different takes of it, and it's just me going, I don't know. And that was the line. They needed people just to say, I just ... I don't know, in however they want to do it. And I just did a very dramatic, I don't know, like just very, very got into it. And I have no idea. I have no idea. I never followed up on it. I don't even know if I ever submitted it, but I recorded it at least. And Private Eye played, and then that happened. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And I opened it up, and it's saved as like, KM 2012 or something like that.
You mentioned Thrice.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the new album needs to be added to our list.
It really should.
Wait, what do you mean by the new album?
The new album,
EP?
Palms.
It's an album.
It's technically listed as an EP at certain places and other places.
No,
I've seen
because there's an EP that came out later, like 2 days ago.
Yeah, but all of there's an album.
Yeah, that came
called
out
Palms.
months ago, though.
Yes.
Months and months ago.
But I have not.
That would make
heard
sense why
anything
the new EP probably popped them into a feed like the
Probably.
other stuff that
like,
has
yeah,
more
like,
hits.
because I got the text message from you the other day, something about that.
Yeah.
But I didn't look at it, and I was just in Apple Music.
Yeah.
I just typed in Thrice, and like, it's
I know that's not brand new, but that is brand new.
Well, the
to
first
me.
2 videos.
Yeah, but
that
what
are
I'm saying
listed
is
are
there's
from, like,
something brand new
2018.
from
I
last
understand
week.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't listened to any of that.
Oh, that's boring as fuck.
The new one.
I listened to the first 2 songs of the newest EP. It's not that album Palms. It's it's
Palms.
like
It's days old.
It's like days old.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I'm
And
talking
it
about
is-
Palms.
Undeniably boring.
Okay.
I don't know. I'd have to listen to it.
Now, are you a
It's
fan
definitely
of?
like some B-sides.
Are you a fan of Visu? That album, Visu.
Yeah, that's the only one I like by them.
Okay, well, weird. But I love that album, and the people that like
I
artists
really
and
like
people
that
liked,
album.
yeah.
But I don't really like anything else they did.
Oh, jeez. You're missing out.
Yeah, you're missing out.
You're missing
my
out.
friend.
The
Honestly, I
early
hate
stuff
them, then
is
you're not.
silly. It's too
Oh,
silly for me.
well,
Well, the first
like
album
Artist
was
of the
silly.
album's
Ambulance,
really-
it's so silly.
Ours the Ambulance is
Oh,
great.
that's an amazing
Oh, it's
album,
good.
dude. And
It's so
so
silly,
many
I don't
different
like it.
levels
So
between
silly.
like riffs,
So silly.
the way they
Daddy.
wrote, inspired by
But
Zeppelin.
that is better. Listen to that brand new shit. It's like it just sounds like a shitty punk band in a garage.
Okay.
A
Maybe
shitty
it is
not. It's like
B-sides.
it's not. It's got to be B-sides of something. I
Okay.
didn't look into it too hard.
Yeah.
Because the
I saw
quality
an
isn't
EP
great.
was listed, and then I clicked on something, and it sent me to the album Palm. So I thought that the
Deeper
EP was
Wells.
Deeper
Yeah.
Wells.
No, that's on Palms.
on Palms.
Yeah.
Those
So-
songs are that's boring as hell.
So they just maybe
crazy
it's different
boring.
cuts of it or something like that. But
Oh no. Okay, so Deeper Wells is part of Palms. It's 4 unreleased tracks when they were getting recorded.
When they were getting so it is
Okay.
B-sides.
So
Because
it's
I was
total
going to say
B-sides.
it doesn't sound like a
fully
fully-
produced,
Did you
Done
listen to
thing.
Palms though?
or as I was going to say, produced.
no.
You did not. Okay.
Palms
I'd still
is pretty
recommend
fucking sweet.
fucking listening to it.
It is
It's
pretty
a
fucking sweet.
cool ass album. Blood by Blood is a great song.
Yeah.
Only Us, I think it is.
Yeah, only or
Just Us.
just us,
Yeah,
us.
such
Yeah,
a
that
good song. It
and the
has, like, a
video is
Stranger
really
Things
fucking, really fucking good, really
Yeah.
fucking good.
Alchemy Index is okay.
That was one that I kind of dropped off.
Love 'em all,
Alchemy
dude.
Index volumes 1 and 2, or did they do 3 of it? It was just volume 1 and 2, or
4.
is 4? Jesus,
Wait,
yeah,
did they, no, they did
No,
2,
two.
but it was 4.
4 CDs or
no,
4
no.
discs.
Yes.
4
yeah,
discs.
Yeah, because it
All
was
right.
each element.
Yeah, I kind of dropped
4
off
elements.
after Visu and came back around.
Yeah, but
like
it's only
2 years
12
after
songs.
Beggars.
Right. But,
Yeah.
but it's based on elements. So there's fire. There's
Yeah.
songs written about fire.
Oh, right.
About water.
Yep.
You know
I get what
I
you're
mean?
saying.
So
Yeah,
it
they
was
split
so
it. They split it.
Technically,
within-
they could have released it in 4 EPs, but they did like Earth and Water, Fire and Wind.
Yeah. Usually when Zach's really red in the image, I feel like something's up with the color. But right now, I think he's just dying.
Yeah.
I think he's just dying. And
Yeah, I feel like shit.
I think that means it's time for us to answer some questions. It's time for a little bit of trivia.
Yeah.
Trivia time, I'm a trivial guy. Now it's time for trivia time.
Yeah! All right, you guys. You have your erase markers. You have your dry erase boards. We are back doing trivia. Again, no guests this week, so they will not be competing, but the score stands at Justin 10, Zach 16, and the guest 8. Again, that's after really only 13 episodes. We skipped 1 week, so it's only 13 episodes. So for those of you that are not familiar, I host a really, really interesting game of trivia every single week over at the Cinder in East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. It is honestly a fun time. People really enjoy it. They're always shocked and amazed at how smart my questions are. And what I like to do is I like to take one question from each of the 3 categories that we will be doing tomorrow, starting at 7:30, 7:45-ish. And I bring them here. I ask you guys the question. I do not give you multiple choice. I do not give you too many hints. I just read the question, and then I have you jump in and write what you think the answer is. Should we get him a bird mask? Maybe that'll protect him from the plague.
I think so.
It might work. All right, so tomorrow's categories. The first one is going to be music and lyrics by soundtrack edition.
Oh, man.
Round number 2 is no shit bullshit, and it's about, oh my god, I forget the fucking what the fucking round is. No shit bullshit something. So it's no shit bullshit. It's a true false category.
Cool.
And then the third category is mixed nuts. So it's always just random, all over the place grab bag of trivia. So without any further delay, you have your pens, your markers ready.
I'm ready, man.
We're going to jump into the first one. Now, the way the category is going to work for music and lyrics by soundtrack edition, I'm going to give you a quote from the song.
Sure.
I'm going to give you the name of the song.
I'll give you name.
And I'm going to give you the name of the artist who wrote the song.
Okay.
You need to tell me the movie that it was off of their soundtrack.
Okay.
And these are all going to be songs that were written specifically for the movie itself.
Okay.
So the first one, question number 1, again from Music and Lyrics by Soundtrack Edition. We'd like to know a little bit about you for our files. We'd like to help you learn to help yourself. Look around and all you see are sympathetic eyes. Stroll around the grounds until you feel at home. Before I even say it, do you know what song that is?
No.
I do, but I can't think of what it's called.
It is Mrs. Robinson by Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah.
Mrs. Robinson. So what film was Mrs. Robinson written for by Simon and Garfunkel? I will tell you it's from the 60s. And I'll also tell you that originally the title of the song, in my research I found this out, was Mrs. Roosevelt. And it was a song about Eleanor Roosevelt. And then they went, oh, no. It would fit this movie better if you called it Mrs. Robinson. So they changed the name. And it's not about a president's wife anymore.
I want to bang you, Teddy Roosevelt.
Those FTR's lady.
I want to bang you,
Franklin Delano.
Roosevelt.
Yeah, that'd be the way to go. So, Zach, do you think you'd know what movie? You know what it is? Justin,
I do not.
You do
But
not.
I
Do you have
put it
any
on the film.
idea? Do you have any idea? Again, I said 60s.
No.
60s. All right, so we'll go to Justin first. High in
I picked
confidence.
a animated movie.
Oh, okay.
Meet the Robinsons.
Meet the Robinsons from like fucking 9 years ago, the 60s.
Like
9 years ago
That's
when the
early
60s
2000s.
happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So no, that's not it.
Damn it.
So Zach, what is
I
the
believe
movie?
it's Dennis Hoffman in The Graduate.
Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin.
Hoffman.
That's what I meant. Dustin.
And that is correct. It is The
Why
Graduate.
did I say Dennis? I knew it's
I don't
Dustin.
know.
That's weird.
Well, I think
I was
thought you
thinking
almost said-
Dennis. I almost said Dennis
I
Hopper.
thought you were gonna say Dennis Hopper.
But yeah.
That old
Now,
Dennis
funny
Hopper.
thing, the other choice I give for that is Easy Rider. So that is a Dennis Hopper movie. So Zach, get the fuck out of my head. Get the fuck out of my head. All right, so again, an unknown category here. I forget what the no shit bullshit is from. I wrote it
Let's
a
just
couple
roll
days
with
ago. So I'm going to read you a sentence, and it is either a true fact or it is a false statement.
Bullshit.
So no shit, true, bullshit, false. Exactly. If you're playing along at home, just keep score for yourself. So the sentence is: the western coast of Australia was originally called the New Americas. The western coast of Australia was originally called the New Americas. Again, no shit, it is true. Bullshit, it is false. All right, this one's a little bit easier for you to answer because you only have 2 options, and I actually give you the options here. So, Justin went first before Zach. What is your answer here? What
Dusty Hopper.
Dusty Hopper. Dusty Hopper. You're saying
bullshit.
Bullshit. He's saying it is
said
false.
bullshit as well.
You said bullshit as well. You are both correct there. It was actually called New Holland. New Holland.
Oh, yeah, I knew that because there's a company that makes farm equipment called New Holland.
Do they originate in Australia?
I don't know, but I know that words.
Yeah.
I know them words.
I know them words. They're good words. All right, and then the final question is going to be from our mixed nuts. Again, all over the place, random grab bag of trivia.
Just mixed nuts everywhere.
Mixed nuts.
Threw them in the couch, threw them all over the bathroom.
There's cashews, there's walnuts, there's almonds, there's Siemens.
Mixed nuts.
All right, so the question is, there are many strange and wonderful mating rituals in the human and animal kingdom. In the insect world, there may be none more unique than that of the praying mantis. What does the female praying mantis do after mating? What does the female praying mantis do after after mating? My memory immediately when I thought or came across this question and in my research for random bullshit, I immediately thought of the movie Microcosmos, that early documentary.
Remember Meet the Applegates?
I do.
They were humans, but they were actually
just giant praying mantis. Yeah. But that movie was a poster in the rental store next to Saw Creek called Tiger Video.
No, you're right. I remember
the praying mantis with the eyeglasses on it, and it was just like
I saw that in IMAX when I was little.
Damn, dude.
It was like at a museum.
I've only ever seen it on VHS.
It was amazing.
Maybe I've watched it on like
did they
Netflix or
remaster that
something.
anywhere?
They played it on IMAX. There definitely wasn't VHS quality there.
True.
Yeah, they definitely did. All right. So Justin, do you have an idea at all?
I have an answer.
You have an answer. Do you feel confident about your answer?
I think yeah.
All right, Zach, do you have an answer? And do you feel confident? All right. So Justin, what is your answer?
Eats the male's head.
All right, and Zach, what is your answer?
I wrote rip his fucking head off.
All right. It is. She eats the male's head. That's what she does. She eats the male's head. So that is 3 right for Zach, 2 right for Justin.
I'm so smart.
Bringing us to 19, 12, and 8 for the guest, who again hasn't really had a chance. Has not really had a chance. All right, so this week we, as always, wrote a Brunch Weekly original single. Zach, I'm just gonna let you jump in and just talk however you want about this.
We got here a little bit late and you were already
you were already here. We got a little bit of a late start today, and you were already working on it. So just what was going into it? What were you listening to that inspired this song? And go.
I was listening to Finch, Thrice, Envy on the Coast. And we were gonna make pop songs again.
Yep.
So I wanted to make heavy guitar pop song, like all those emo core bands and
from the mid-aughts.
The mid-aughts style.
Yeah. So when you went into it, again, you said Envy on the Coast, Thrice, and one of the band, Finch, the second album of Finch.
The second Finch album.
Which we discussed that I think the only good one is the first one, but that's because that was the first thing I heard. You heard the second one first, and then, what you first see. The best odds. We got Charlie joining us in the chat. Hey, Charlie, thanks for being with us on the show.
We're about to talk about the new song.
Yeah, this is the new single that we wrote this week. Now, I didn't know what you named it. What did you name this song?
Rimsk.
Like
R-I-M-S-K?
Rimsk. All right, I like that. Any reason it's called that? Were those the first letters you touched?
No, I said we should save this. Yeah. And you're like, no, don't save it, risk it.
Risk it. I did say risk it. All right.
We'll just put an M in risk.
Rimsk.
Well, the whole time when you were singing the chorus, I thought you were saying teams at the end, and I'm like, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
17. 17, yeah.
7 teams.
7 teams. So we did things a little bit differently. We set it up the normal way where Zach, you went through and wrote the structure of the song on guitar. Justin, you jumped in and you did your drum work. Anything real different, crazy out there this week?
No, this was a fun one to
It was
play.
a good driving song. It's a good driving song for sure. And then after that, usually Zach will do the solo. Zach will work on the bass. He'll mix and master a little bit ahead of time. And then I'm still working on lyrics. And after that, we'll jump into vocals. But this time, we gave a lot more time towards vocals because, again, writing a pop song,
Right.
no matter what genre it is, we need it to be poppy, we need it to be catchy. And if you've listened in the past, you understand that I have a lot of words that come out of my mouth. And I also write down a lot of words when I'm trying to write lyrics for a song. So, multiple times. What was this?
Charlie says his cockles are ready.
Oh, hello. So we, multiple times throughout it, you were just like, you have more? And I was like, I mean, I can cut it down. And he was like, all right, yeah, cut it down. Like,
It's true, dude.
minimalize it, make it catchier, make it more fun. We worked a lot, as I was saying, on the vocals. We fucked around with the vocal pattern, the vocal melody, all
Bunch
around.
of time to do it as well.
We did.
Like,
we did have the
we
time to
did.
do it tonight. And
Even though we got here late, Zach had everything pretty much laid out.
yeah.
I was able to go in and do everything.
I
pretty
only
much-
started maybe 45 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
Like
And
5:15 I started.
yeah, I would
maybe.
say about 7:15 I was already doing vocals,
Yeah.
and we spent a good hour working on the vocals. Now, Justin, you do have some sweet growls in here. You always add the really nice low end on that.
Yeah, originally I was trying. I don't know what the fuck I was doing, but once I got low, it was.
We never
pretty good.
know.
Get low.
We're getting sued for the 15,000th time today.
Yeah. It's gonna happen more.
It is.
So I jumped in, and the way I did the vocals, I knew there was gonna be a lot of screaming parts in there. So we went out and we worked on what's kind of like the repetitive verse or like a first chorus. Then we did the chorus, and then we went back and did all the heavier stuff.
Yeah.
And again, we really worked on the melody to try to get it to have that hook. In the music, we were trying to. For me, vocally, I was channeling a little bit of the Under Oath feel, and definitely with the back and forth and the screaming. And then, as Zach kept saying, do it prettier, prettier.
Sexier, prettier.
Sexier and prettier. So this is what you're getting. So again, this song is called Rimsk. What time did we come in on this pop song?
4 minutes ish.
4 minutes ish.
350 maybe.
350 maybe.
349.
349. That is exactly 350 maybe. So I think that sounds good there. So let's just jump right into this song. Give Zach a chance to cough his fucking ass off. Yeah. And then we'll be back to have a quick discussion, a little discussion about crazy shit that's happening in the world today. So here is Rimsk, our Brunch Weekly original single. We'll see you guys in about 4 minutes. Enjoy this transport back to the mid-aughts.
Oh, yeah.
Holding on to times have passed. Do you remember the way things used to be? Do you recall it, the life that shall not dream? I don't have the strength to think for two tonight. Yes, you're alright, nothing taking time. I don't have the strength to think for two tonight. You carry a burden, clinging tight.
All right. So Keith, thank you.
Keith, what does Keith say?
He says, sounds like Betrayal was good.
And what did Zach say about like 20 minutes before we finished recording vocals?
Yes.
It sounds like we're doing a good, bad Atreyu song. Now,
and I agree, Charlie. The first album is really good. They have some hits on their other albums.
Yeah. Well, we were definitely, without trying to channeling the falling down era of Atreyu, and that is
pop song, Keith.
Pop
no
song. Oh yeah, no breakdown in a fucking pop song. But you know what? If it was off the first album, if this was like a Lip Gloss and Black era, there would have been at least a doom doom.
Yeah, true.
Oh, doom doom.
You're right.
And then we would have gone right back into the I don't understand.
Yeah. You're right.
Oh my god. But yeah, that definitely is, for me right away. It again, like last week, I get really mad knowing that I can do those vocals now, and I couldn't do them when the sound was actually happening, or I didn't know or realize that I could do them when the sound was actually happening. But it is, I don't know, it's fun to scream your fucking ass off, and in this song, the screaming was way easier than the fucking regular vocal lines there. It was not normal. What is it?
Damn the breakdown.
Here's my nuts on display for all to see. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Well, you can do that next week. We'll do that song next week. Yeah. All right. So
another reference, Charlie, you were doing Twitch emotes, which actually translate really well into what I want to talk about today.
Yeah.
Me and you have had this conversation, and it started when I caught Tim the Tapman on stream using Media Share. Now I'll go over all of this shit in 1 second.
Yeah.
But the gist is there are a lot of people right now that are using works that they're not their own, but getting money from them directly.
So basically, it's people on Twitch that are streaming either other streamers and doing commentary, or not even talking,
Which the
just
other streamer
watching
thing
them.
kind of goes hand in hand. They sort of whatever, as long as you're not necessarily making money.
But some
off
people
of
are
YouTube
watching
off of
movies. Some people are listening to music. Some people are watching TV shows, and they literally are getting paid
Yes.
thousands of dollars probably a day for some of them, maybe even more.
Oh,
maybe
you
not
did?
more than
Awesome. So you'll be
thousands.
able to add to it. He said he sat on a panel that addressed us at TwitchCon
Oh, fuck
over the
yeah.
weekend.
Oh, that's why he was in San Diego?
Yes.
Jesus. So, Charlie, and this is for nobody else but Charlie, I guess. I saw your mom at the bar the other day, and she was like, Charlie's in San Diego for something. And I went, is there like a lawyer festival in San Diego? Like, is Law Fest out there right now?
Yeah.
But she told me. So that's really awesome. So we'll see what Charlie has to put
Yes.
in while we're having this
Now,
discussion.
real quick, I just want to go over what
Law
Twitch is.
Fest.
If you don't know
Law
it.
Fest.
If you don't know what Twitch is, we've talked about streaming video games before we actually started this
It's
podcast.
what your 12-year-old son is watching right now.
Pretty much. But it's people who play video games, people who will make art, mostly video games, but then there's a section called Just Chatting. And in Just Chatting, it's usually that. Or
Just
it's
people
It's just
chit-chatting.
It's just big titties.
Yeah. For
A
the
lot
most
of
part,
it,
it is.
it's just girls talking
Yes.
to the camera.
And Russian dudes.
They're not naked. They just got
No.
big old titties.
Hanging
Yeah, for the
tickle
most part.
bitties.
So, I was going through YouTube, as I always do afterwards, and after the podcast, or
Yeah.
just looking for music or whatever. And this guy's channel, GG Reloaded, came up.
Oh, is it like a Gigi Allen reference?
No.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
But
Gigi Reloaded.
But I'm
He's just
going
stabbing
to.
more people in the face with shards of glass at concerts.
Shitting on more.
I'm going
shitting on
to.
everybody.
I'm going to show you this video,
All
and
right.
I'm going to let his intro.
Looks like
Whatever.
Chris Tucker to me.
Oh, it is. He
That
uses
is
other
Chris
assets.
Tucker. See,
But,
now before we get into this, I want to just say this is probably the most meta thing we've ever done on this show. We are using content from a person who is using content to attack somebody who is using content illegally.
Yes.
And this guy is doing he's doing
the
Lord's work in all of
comedic
this.
thing. Now,
Well,
I don't want to
Chris
necessarily.
Tucker's doing the Lord's work?
No, I wish it was Chris Tucker.
I don't necessarily want I'm not trying to bring hate or anything like that. Like, I
On
don't.
Chris Tucker.
On anybody. Like, I'm not trying
Never
to
on
make
Chris
anything
Tucker.
shitty. I'm just more or less trying to address the fact that people are making money off of other people and not giving them credit.
Yeah,
money,
there's a lot of artwork
anything.
that is being just basically abused by people who are viewers, getting other people who are viewers to watch them. It's a parasitic
And this is just
thing.
one instance. It is a girl. Her Twitch name is Bad Bunny. I don't know anybody. Charlie, you may have seen her.
No, I've heard of this bitch.
Yeah.
But I'm just
my
going to play this
God.
video and let it run for a few minutes, and then we'll come back and talk. And then
Yeah.
I will talk about Tim the Tatman and media share.
Are our
and what
mics
that
going to be
shit
live
does.
while this goes on? Are we
Yes.
going to still be live? All right, so here we go. Let's check this out.
You heard what she said.
Fair use.
Okay guys, today we're gonna have a look at a Twitch streamer called Bad Bunny. Why? Well, she recently made the following statement, which kinda makes her look like a self-entitled bitch. But hey, that's just me.
How are you consuming this free entertainment? Like,
Now,
how do
keep
you
in
think
mind,
free
Twitch is a
entertainment is
free
available
platform.
Yeah.
to you? It's because other people actually provide money so you can be a cheap ass. That's it. Other people provide
Okay, I'll
money
get to that one, Charlie.
because
in a
they're,
second,
they're
Charlie.
generous and they see like a thing that they want to support, a form of entertainment they want to support, and then you leech. But that's the reality of it, period.
Now, keep in mind,
Period.
there's a
If you're
YouTube
watching
video
Twitch
thing.
as
also
a
behind her.
non-donating
Yeah,
she's watching
non-sub,
videos.
you are
Yeah.
leeching.
It's paused.
So let me get this straight. You're telling me that if I watch Twitch and I don't donate or subscribe, I'm a leech? Because you're somehow entitled to my money if you...
I'm just gonna pause it. There
Yeah, a
because I
parasite
don't-
calling other parasites is kind of a fucking. I mean, that's hello kettle, hello pot.
I'm
Like,
just gonna
Jesus
cut back
Christ.
into the video here a little
Yeah.
bit, if it'll allow me to.
If it'll allow you to.
where the only thing they do
Alright.
in the stream is watch other people's content. What?
Yeah.
You watch other people's videos in every stream. I think it's safe to assume that people will be posting links for you to watch and react to, since that is what you do. But hey, what do I know? I'm only using common fucking sense.
If you're thinking that we have this type of relationship
Where do you think
in
he's
which
from,
I
that
do bidding
accent?
for you,
Is it like a
and the fact that you
Senegal
haven't
accent?
invested
Something like that.
$4.99 in me
I want to know more about this guy.
because I do this full time, and I'm sure you know that by now. It says something about you as a person.
Not because you sit there and watch videos all day and play games doesn't mean you're entitled to my money. And if you think you are,
It says something about you as a person.
As a
You guys are making me really
Yeah.
bummed out right now.
Now, I'm not trying to, like, whatever. She has her own thing.
Yeah, no,
People
no.
follow her.
She's making her money.
But I just wanted to show this
as
as sort of an example. And I
Yeah.
can bring up fucking...
I want to say one thing.
I can bring up tons of Twitch channels that
Yeah.
are doing the same thing.
My feeling immediately being a, as you would say, a prevert in this technologically advanced day and age.
Does that make me a pervert?
Yes. Oh no, that's how you say pervert, right? Now, if you have ever been on a website where there are girls on cameras willingly taking off their clothes
Right.
for people in hopes that they will
Acknowledge you?
give you money, like
Oh, yeah.
the
Oh, yeah,
people
are
taking
Oh,
off
you're
clothes
saying
for
the
you to give
actual
them money,
person.
and then the people in there exactly want to talk to a beautiful
Yes,
person, right?
Exactly.
I can respect that person for going, yo, motherfucker, I'm taking my tits out and you're sitting in here being an
it's like it's going
asshole.
to a
You're
strip
being
club.
a cocksucker.
Yes.
It's going to a strip club and not tipping. Being the guy who wears gym shorts with no fucking underwear, letting the girl grind all over you and then going, yeah, I'm good,
Right.
and letting her walk away. And you're being an asshole there. You know what you are doing. You are going into a certain venue, whether it's online or in person, and you are taking advantage
Yes.
of something for free. And I totally get that. I totally get that in that world
Yes.
where somebody is actually doing something, whether it's taking their clothes off or reading poetry, some original content.
Right.
But as Zach stated, these are just a lot of them, most of them are
know what they're
a
doing.
lot of girls who are just like,
And
I will
Twitch-
wear this cut shirt
Yes.
and I will be positioned right here and people
There is
will watch me
technically-
watch things.
There are guidelines.
And I'm going to
to
get
it.
mad at them for watching me watch things when, again, as Justin,
Well,
you
it's a
said,
free platform.
it's a free fucking platform.
You don't have to sign up. You
You don't-
literally don't have to log in to watch anybody.
Yeah,
you can just
go to the
literally
fucking
go
site.
and do it.
Yeah, you just
And
check
no
it out.
problem. Now she was banning people out of her chat
Yeah.
for not donating and whatnot. And I actually found her while she was at TwitchCon and tried talking to her a little bit. Like I wasn't at TwitchCon,
Yeah.
but I found her streaming. And basically, what ended up happening was I had one good conversation with one person,
Yeah.
while the rest of them were bashing the fuck out of me.
Okay.
And making copy pastas as so they say, basically copying what I put and then spamming it
Okay.
to make me look like an asshole.
Yeah.
When realistically, I'm
The
just
idea of
getting
taking
a
things
point.
out of context and
Yes,
just making you look like a
exactly.
dickhead. Yeah.
So what it really came down to is the dude I was having an actual conversation with was like, "Oh, streamers should be content promoters then." And I was like, "Yes, but if you're going to be a
Yeah.
content promoter, that means you have to get permission
From
to do
the
so."
from the artist, from the creator.
Yes. Now, let me get into media share real quick.
Yes.
We can install it right now, and we can have people, like, we can be like, you know what, we don't know what to do with the last section, so we're going to put on media share.
And we're just gonna play other people's shit.
And, well, what it does is you get to set a price point per second on any form of media that's out on the internet, mostly YouTube. So you can set whatever time. Now, one predominant streamer who has 35 to 50,000 people watching him at all times did this while he was playing World of Warcraft
Shit.
for at least an hour.
Okay.
Somebody figured out the math and he was like, you're making $1,200 an hour. For one full song, it costs $58 for a 3.5 minute song.
Jesus.
Now,
for
that's
somebody-
going right directly to his PayPal.
Yeah.
From who?
Yeah,
From whoever
from
donates.
viewers
If you're watching
donating.
the thing and you're like, oh shit,
Is this
media
through
share.
Patreon or anything like
No,
that?
it's
Or is
literally
it
through
just
an
straight
app.
through Twitch?
It's through Twitch. It's through an app, so it could happen on YouTube. It could
Okay.
happen on Mixer.
But where's
Yeah.
the money coming from? I still don't get it.
All right, so
The viewers.
you are viewing me
Yes.
play a video game. I have media share on. You're like, oh fuck, he has media
you
share on.
really like
I want you to
Justin's
listen to this
tits.
song. And you're like, fucking, I'm gonna pay $58 for me to listen
So
to this
I
song.
have to pay to hear that
Yes.
shit?
Yeah.
But it's not going to the
Fuck
artist.
that.
It's not going to the artist. It's not going to anybody.
Yeah.
Yes, a little box pops up to say who it is.
Yeah.
But do you
They
think
give,
people are
quote, unquote,
really
credit.
going to that and
Yeah.
then fucking going out and buying an album
Probably
or
not.
supporting that artist? No,
No.
they're probably going and stealing
They got
it
at least one
if they
handful
like
of
it.
a dick while they're watching that video.
No,
I
real
always
quick,
got one hand.
Charlie,
full of my
what
dick.
did they say about this?
Yeah,
'Cause
so
you said
again,
that you
we've got
brought it up.
our friend Charlie in the chat here. He is by trade a lawyer, and he went to
not lawyer.
He's a law guy.
Yeah.
He's a law guy. He's a student of law, at least, right? He's a student of law. We can say
I've
that.
had my run-ins with the law.
He'll have a doctorate. Charlie, you can put what your actual.
Yeah, inform us.
Yeah, but you will be
Like
you'll have
snow.
your doctorate.
Inform us.
But while he's
that'd be 12 cents.
okay,
There you
so everyone knows it's illegal. They do it anyway. And the bonus is on the artist to report it. Morally bankrupt, but they can get away with it until someone does something. The loophole is that they are paying for the reaction, not the video themselves.
Oh, Jesus.
They didn't want to say this, but my hot take / expertise, because PhD / weird flex, Amazon / Twitch has too much money for a lot of small artists to bother trying to fight, because they'll crush them legally. If a smaller streamer did this, Amazon wouldn't do anything about it and leave it to them. The big timers do it because they're protected in a different way. And I'm going to bring that up. So if you're partnered,
idea of
you
fair
do
use.
have Amazon's lawyers behind you.
Yeah, oh,
But
yeah.
do you think if somebody in the music industry said, holy fuck, you just made $800 off of
Metallica
music
found out
that
that
was
you were-
ours,
they
do you
have a
think
history of
Amazon's
suing
lawyers
fans,
would be
you know?
like, okay, cool,
Yeah.
we got you?
Yeah, we're going to stand behind you. But literally, like, take Metallica.
Probably because Amazon is fucking evil.
Yeah, probably.
But if you take a band like Metallica, and I'm just thinking of them because the whole Napster thing that they had to go through, they have no problem suing somebody. Yoko Ono has no problem suing people with anything that she owns.
He's a doctorate in digital media.
Digital
Get it
media. I don't know why I think
Get
you're
it
a lawyer
fucking
all the
right,
time.
dude.
I just think smart people are liars, you know? Smart people are liars. I don't know how they say lawyer. I've never heard a guy in Boston.
I mean,
Say lawyer.
I get where they're saying, just like most streamers are saying, oh, we're using it in fair use. But when you know you're directly making money
Yeah.
from something and using the whole thing without giving any sort of fucking credit, yeah, the name might pop up behind you where you're covering half
Or
of
the
it.
one streamer that you showed me that was literally watching Storage Wars with Russian subtitles. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
the fucking
The-
intro
the-
comes up.
The
but
intro comes up and it has an H in the corner. It's still that image, so it's everything straight up. But then that person's just like you are.
It's
up
like
here,
a business
you're
playing a
just in
movie
there.
while people are dining.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, that's basically what it is, because you're gaining money
yeah.
from showing a copy.
And I know, at least from the bar working standpoint, when you
we're
try
trying
to
get the fights or sports?
or if you try to get football. So over at the Cinder in beautiful East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, at the Cinder, we last year had the ticket. We had the NFL ticket through DirecTV, not a sponsor, but you can be. And we paid about like somewhere around like the $2,000 mark for a full season. And that was cheap. Like, that was extremely cheap for us.
Bird repping.
This year, when we went to continue the contract,
You got a one year special.
we had a 1 year special, as DirecTV loves to do, and they almost quadrupled the price on what it would be, and they did it based on how many people could be in the room watching the game at any
Yes,
standpoint.
by how many chairs you could actually have.
Exactly. They actually even just said square footage. Like, they were going
okay.
off square footage. Now, when I worked for Garfield's in the Stroudsburg's Stroud Mall, that wonderful dying building, and we tried to do an MMA night where we were getting a UFC fight, and we went through the proper channels, did everything the right way. And for one night, what's it going to cost you? $80 if you're at home, $120 depending on the fight.
About $80.
Yeah.
Well, about 60 something bucks. Maybe.
All right.
I think
Now,
it was
we've done that in
65
the
or plus.
past where we have had nights here where you guys will get the game or the fight, and we will all get together and we will all watch it. And they are charging you for home use, assuming you got maybe 20 friends, and fine, fuck it. We'll allow you and your 20 friends. But if you were
It's on a single
advertising it
television,
and you were,
though. So if you were like, fuck it, I need it on 2 televisions, you're paying.
But at
plus.
Garfield's, even just saying we're going to put it on one TV, it's going to be the one behind the bar, and we were going to charge like $20 for people to get in to compensate for the price of this. That $60 to $100 per fight, per event, I guess, because you have multiple fights in the event, was going to cost us about $3,200.
Yeah, it's crazy.
For one goddamn fucking night.
Because they don't know if you're actually putting it on that. They don't send somebody down.
They don't send somebody down, so they go, all right, like I don't know how they do their research, but they look at it and they go, okay, you are a restaurant. You are going to have a fight night. You're going to charge entry fees, and then you're going to make money off of people drinking and eating while they're there. So we're going to charge you out the fucking ass. Sure. And we saw that, and we just didn't do it. We were just like, it was a good idea. We were really hoping we'd be able to do that. But the amount that they charge for that ability to show a whole room full of people an event was absurd. These people are streaming, and they're showing a whole world full of people something for free and then making money off of it. Now, I see we got a bunch of chat coming from Charlie in there. So what
he was
we got the updates
it isn't
from
fair
him?
use, though. Fair use does not give you access to the entire video. For fair use, parts or segments of it. Yes, and we were talking about this earlier.
Like if somebody wanted to do an album review, you could do like a 30 to 45 second clip of it.
It is technically case-by-case basis. Like realistically, if you are using it for educational purposes and you use the whole video, like if you are realistically, but in between that, you're probably modifying it more than the 30% at that point.
Which is, I remember the copyright image thing is like a 30%. Yeah, you gotta fuck it up at least 30%. Most reviewers
on YouTube, if you're like, oh man, the new Tool album's out, let me check out this review, they're not going to play any of the music.
Yeah.
One, because YouTube copyright law or copyright strikes and all that shit that was going on. And also the other thing is you have to take into consideration, if you were using their clips, do you think that they would let you make money off of, like, the streamers, I'm saying?
Without getting
If that
anything.
Girl... Yeah, exactly.
If
she
we
would
were
immediately
right now
take something down.
If we were making money on
somebody
this
else
podcast, and then we just decided that the final segment every single week was going to be us sitting here in Mystery Science 3000ing the fuck out of her videos and just mocking her, she would come after us.
Yes.
And that's where the irony lies. I would totally do it. I would 100% do it. Justin, you're trying to be nice and say you're not trying to attack anything, but somebody like that,
I'm not just trying to bring more hate towards, you know what I mean? Like and Charlie also said live streaming is an emerging platform. There's a lot going on legally with it.
We're in the wild west of it right now.
Much longer, and as it is understood now, and he's sure of that. But I agree. It's a matter of time before the record companies, the movie companies, all of them look and they say, holy fuck, you guys have made... And you have millions of dollars.
Again,
like some of them have millions of dollars.
All over again.
The moment they realize they can make money, this will stop. But I'm not saying the record company is right, but people should be getting the credit. And if you're making money, throw money to the fucking artist that you fucking...
Honestly, I firmly believe that if you are making money off of the back of somebody, if you are standing on the shoulder of giants and going, what a wonderful fucking view, you gotta give that giant a little bit of credit there. I mean, and not only credit, but you should probably pay him for the ride that you were going on.
Yes. Or, like Charlie said, they'll work with Amazon and it'll be one giant corporate clusterfuck. But what they could do is Amazon has Amazon Music.
Yeah.
You know, work in the terms with your partners that this is the music that you're allowed to play. Yeah,
this is just another fucking reason not to deal with Amazon or Twitch's bullshit.
But it's not necessarily Twitch, though. I mean, it's these people. Twitch is owned by Amazon, yes.
Your stand is going to pop out any minute now.
This one?
Oh, yeah, it's fucked.
Oh, it's fucked. Oh, it's fucked.
No, it's good, dude.
You're
it's
good?
Been that way for a while.
It's fucked and you're good.
It's coming out.
But, yeah, just the way it sits. But, I don't know. There needs to be a better standard for it. People are making tons of money for no reason. And I will say, most of the time, it's females that are benefiting from it because they're wearing low-cut shit.
Yeah.
And just watching videos, and people are like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna."
But again, when you showed me that site and you like started scrolling through, the first 20 videos that you kind of scroll by, yeah, there were some like attractive ladies that are doing their thing and sex sells and all that, but there were again a bunch of just dudes watching TV shows, so it's not a one gender thing. It is pretty spread out there, but the ones that seem to be getting the most attention are the hottest girls or the girls that show off enough cleavage.
Just chatting is the biggest topic right now.
Yeah.
I can just click on, here you go, here's somebody fucking...
Just chatting.
Literally... Well, I'm getting an ad.
You're getting an ad.
I might as well play it.
Well, you might as well play it. And let those motherfuckers get the money, you
Fuck
know?
that!
Fuck that.
Fuck you, Amazon. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, ad, come on now.
Join the strategic multiplayer battle.
Join the fuck. Play the goddamn fucking phone game, you pussy.
This is just a random person with 2,500 viewers.
Phone game.
And they are, again, taking up about like 10% of the screen. And they are showing.
Yeah, this is it. I'll
There we
put
go.
it in full screen.
Full
There you
screen.
go. That's what you look at. Just to give you another example.
Chipu for chow.
I have no idea.
I
what
just
that
told
guy's
somebody to go
doing.
fuck their mother, I think, in
But there are
Mongolia.
thousands doing it.
So what do we got? We got a couple more messages here from Charlie. So what is he giving us? Any updates?
He says, for what it's worth, I'm not going to argue in text here, but females of any variety are firmly the minority of streamers. Less than 15% partnered streamers are chicks. Yes, I agree with that.
Huh.
But I'm saying...
All right.
The ones that seem not that, and again, this isn't a
and
fucking
you're right,
sex war
they
thing.
are. They
Are a
definitely
minority,
if you look at it.
but exactly.
But what about
Most of
minority
the
by
viewers-
weight of them titties?
But what are most of the viewers?
They're
I'm
having
assuming they are
titties.
mostly men, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So most
Teenage
of the
kids,
viewers
you gotta figure
are
from
teenage kids.
10 to
Don't get a
50.
chance to look at boobs that often. So that one girl, the Bad Bunny girl, she's going on about how like people will attack her and say that, you know, you're just doing this and it's such an easy job, and she's saying
Yeah, there
how
was another video
you
explaining
can't-
how
you
nobody
can't
understands
know
how hard the job is.
unless
And
you
it's not
do it.
easy. It's not.
I'm
It's
not
a very
saying it's easy.
on-air
Never gonna
thing.
say that's easy. I've never done it.
Well,
and
we've had the
I'm-
conversation of just writing, and people don't understand that
Yeah.
taking Tuesday is not necessarily a day off.
Yeah, when we talk to our collective bosses and say, hey, we've got our podcast on Tuesday, and they're just like, okay, so that's a day off. And it's like, well, no. Like, it's something that we
I don't
want
take
to
off
do.
on Tuesdays.
Well, you don't take off on Tuesdays. I'm naturally off. Justin's naturally off. But it's, I mean, exactly with that. Zach, you would say you work a double shift today. You worked all day, which is why you're half falling asleep and sick as shit, and you're busting your ass when you come home to write a catchy song for the show.
Yes.
And it is not something we're getting paid for. It's not something that we are doing for money. It's something that we are doing for ourselves and something that we enjoy having every single week.
Right.
Oh, excuse me. But when you hear somebody that is literally streaming, sitting in a chair and talking about something, complain about people complaining about them. Again, I go back to the whole parasite on parasite thing.
Sure.
It's like you are a leech sucking off a leech, yelling at leeches
Yes.
for sucking off of you.
Now, Charlie said, of course, there is 23 billion, correction of 46 billion minutes watched of Twitch this month, or a month. It's a tiny percentage of that any female is talking to. People like Timmy Tater Tots is talking about, Tim the Tap Man.
Yep.
Have bigger audiences in a day than most do in a month, and I agree with that. But the
So what
problem
does he
is,
do?
is
What is
I mean,
Timmy?
he pretty much he will chat, but then he'll play like Fortnite, World of
Okay.
Warcraft. For the most part, he is not partaking. I mean, he'll play music in the background that is copywritten, which whatever. He's not directly at that point. He's not directly making.
He's not
money.
just sitting in a chair playing
But-
music, staring at the screen.
Sometimes. I mean, it
Sometimes?
depends
Okay.
on when you catch him. If he's just chatting or whatever. But usually it's more comedic. He actually has a personality. There's reasons why
some
people
original
watch him.
content. Okay.
But it gets into the point of, oh shit, he used media share and he has 50,000 people watching him right now. He made $1,200. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's the big streamers that people are looking at and going like, oh shit, they just watch videos. I can fucking do this.
Yeah.
And then you got Russians who are literally watching Marvel movies with, everything's fine. It's just that it has Russian
Now,
subtitles.
question
You know
about
what I mean?
that, because maybe between your knowledge and Charlie's knowledge, you can answer this. Not really knowing international law on copyright or anything like that. I know that a lot of The website like Couch Tuner will switch websites every like 3 months, and it'll be like
If it's
dot
not in
th
USC's,
dot
it gets weird.
So okay, so these legally, should Twitch be shutting these people down for streaming? Since they are an American-based company, even though it's streaming, YouTube would.
Yes, they would.
You watch videos even of the Joe Rogan podcast, and they're like, we can't show that right now, so don't put it on the main screen. But they'll have a separate screen that they in studio can watch.
Charlie asked a question.
Yes.
He said the question is, do you go after the symptom or the disease? And then he also said, yes, they should without question, but they don't have to yet.
Okay,
so they aren't.
I mean, you realistically, in any situation, stop putting Band-Aids on things. Go after the fucking disease. So in the situation...
Just make it in your terms of service that you cannot show any copywritten shit without actual permission.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will be removed regardless of whoever the fuck you are.
When you go live, if you're going to play 20 songs while you're live, you probably need to register those songs and submit those songs so a percentage would go to
just
the
like
artist.
radio.
Just like radio.
Radio, or you're getting songs made for your channel and your style.
Yeah. And speaking of that, hey, if you want songs made in your style, we'll fucking make songs for you.
Also,
Stop fucking stealing people's shit.
Almost Adorno's channel on
Almost
YouTube.
Adorno.
If you're looking for like Fallout 76 stuff, or you play Fallout 76, go check his shit out.
Yeah, Charlie is fucking
He's a
doing that.
speedrunner in Fallout 76.
And Justin, you've been editing together some of his intros and working with him on some of the videos, and you can actually hear some of little clips of our music and shit. And he even said that he wants the song that we just did for one of his videos. He said that earlier.
Yep.
So the song that we just did. Total side note and whatever.
Stop paying the rent. Give us your money.
Give us your money. Give us your money.
He
we'll
also
make
did
songs
say
for you.
it's a product of capitalism. Anything for the bottom line until we can't do it anymore. Timmy making 13 an hour equals Twitch making something, and it's enough for them not to bother.
Exactly. Fuck Amazon and Jeff Bezos. Fuck you, Jeff.
Yo, that guy got divorced. He lost half of his multi-billions of dollars. Yep. He needs more multi-billions of dollars.
He's a shithead.
Oh my
scumbag,
God.
and I hate him.
Yeah.
But it just goes down protect your work. I mean, even if you're giving stuff out for free for people to use, make sure that they're doing it correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Now, what would you say, Justin, overall, in your opinion, and again, Charlie being here in the chat, feel free to chime in an answer to this. What is, again, we said fix the symptom or fix the disease. What do you think is the best approach? Is it putting clauses in when people sign up and actually enforcing it? What is the best way to police this situation? Or, because again, like I said before, you're in the wild west of this fucking technology right now.
I mean, I personally think clauses need, like, you're not going, all right, so for Amazon, it would be very dumb to be like, okay, well, we're putting this in. Anybody that's been doing this, you're all fucking gone.
Yeah.
Because that goes to revenue. Like, their big timers
They're going to protect their pocket. Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, there's been times where I've streamed and I've had music on in the background.
Yeah.
But I'm not making money off of that. You know what I mean? Yes, technically I shouldn't be doing it. But there's a lot of times where I'm playing our own music through the whole fucking thing.
Exactly.
I will be suing you.
Well,
on behalf of all of us?
Yes.
All right. Good. Let me know when the check comes through.
I'll let you know when I'm sending it out. Don't worry.
Make a third of it out to yourself.
But I think they need to put clauses in where it has to be your content. Just like YouTube, you have to be, if somebody calls you on it, you have to be able to prove that you've made that content, or that within fair use terms
you've altered it enough, or you've done enough to discuss it.
Yes, it's been a scripted thing instead of just sitting there and being like, "You're gonna watch this and then talk about it."
So what is Charlie saying here?
He says there are platforms emerging for artists who can make money via plays, aka Spotify, I guess, specifically for streamers. Met a few of those guys at TwitchCon, which I need to share with Justin myself.
Hey, why not though? Why not link it? So say your Twitch stream was linked straight to Spotify.
Okay.
Then every time you made money on that Twitch stream, it was linked
siphoned
up.
it off.
But these people are not linking. They're not giving. You're not
I know,
even
but
giving
what about?
Put
But
that
if it
into
was
the bylaws.
But put it put it into the system where you could have easier access on the side of your panel or whatever while you're streaming. It's got a
Spotify
it could
logo.
Be a Spotify, but the whole
and you can
Spotify
click on it
library,
and transfer it over.
You could play any song you wanted during your stream, but you had to share a percentage of your revenue.
Does that mean they wouldn't be able to play Taylor Swift? Oh no.
No.
Oh no. The streamers are going to have the same
but
amount
it's
of
also
music.
YouTubers. It's any.
Spotify?
She
any
purposely
content.
went against it. Yeah, she was.
I don't like Spotify either, but whatever.
Right, so Charlie does bring up another good point. Twitch gets away with background music by muting the recording. No idea why that's okay, but to be done like that.
Okay.
Basically, what it is while you're live streaming, you can still hear it, but they take that last stream video. You can have it up there, but when you go back to it, it will automatically mute copywritten music.
All right, so Charlie,
because the reason I think that is because it puts them at risk to being attacked because it's on their platform at that point.
Now, Charlie did say that there are platforms that are emerging. When
there are websites where you can sell your music to streamers.
Oh, well, yeah, but are there other competing with Twitch platforms? Is there anything else? Mixer,
YouTube, Facebook Gaming.
Okay. Do any of those...
Discord does it now where you can stream right off of Discord.
All right, so are any of those platforms doing anything better than Twitch is doing? Or are they all kind of
Twitch
in the same world?
Twitch has always been the big one right now.
Okay.
It started out as Justin TV, as Zach has brought up before.
Okay.
Mixer just signed a deal with Ninja.
A bunch of nerds.
Nerds.
Dude, literally,
Nerds.
I was in a music video for them back in the day. Before it was Twitch. Back when it was Justin TV and all they did was play World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
When I lived in California, we helped them film a fucking music video.
Oh, so it's that old?
Oh, yeah, it's old.
Oh, yeah, but
old.
dude,
Damn,
literally,
okay.
they are the guys, and they have nothing to do with it now.
Yeah.
The dorkiest fucks of all time. All they did was live in their parents' houses and play fucking Warcraft. That's the only thing they did.
2011.
2011? All right.
I remember when that
Jesus.
came out, dude. I remember when Justin TV came out.
But
Twitch is...
I wonder if we could go back in the archives and find
yourself in there.
Find me.
There are
Shane
other
and Jerry in there.
reasons.
Oh, we should definitely, and then use it illegally or legally.
I was on Twitch before anybody. I was on Twitch for Twitch.
Twitch.
Bitch.
The other reason that Twitch is the
bitch.
king is because with an Amazon Prime subscription, you get Twitch Prime, which will allow you to subscribe to one person for free every month.
Okay.
They get money from that.
Okay.
You're choosing to support that streamer by not having to donate, by not having to spend any extra money. But it's all encapsulated with Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Which there's probably so many people out there that are like, what the fuck is Twitch Prime? What is this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Mixer's trying. There's been a couple. There's one called Caffeine that's been out for a little while.
He's saying they have 2.2 million streamers.
Roughly, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, a lot of them
are just people that signed up and they are registered as a streamer.
No,
and
they're on there
like,
every night, but not getting a single person.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to stream Fortnite when there's 80 or 126,000 people watching, good luck, man.
Good luck being on the top
last time I
page.
went down to his house, actually.
Active. Damn. Okay. Yeah.
We're just like, fuck it. Let's see how long it takes to get to the bottom Fortnite streamer.
Okay.
It literally took about 15 minutes to get to the last
just like
person.
hit next page.
And
next
for
page,
about 10
next
minutes,
page.
we were probably on with no views for any of those people.
Jesus. Wait, did you stream yourself doing this on Twitch? Okay, you
should
should
have though.
You should have. That would
totally
have been again a very meta fucking thing to do there. All right. So overall, with this whole thing, do you think, in the way again using the Wild West analogy, do you think that it is soon to come that this is going to get cracked down on? Again, whether it's from the movie, the TV,
I think it's going to take
the
a little
music,
while.
or do you think?
I think more people need to realize people don't know what Twitch is. Like the weird thing is,
until you
I've
started
been
talking about it
this,
like a year or two ago to me, like I had no idea.
But see, I've been playing games
Twitch
for a
I
long
have was
time.
this one.
I'm into, video game competitions and all that shit. I do watch streamers a lot. So to me, when I talk to people, they're just like, "What the fuck is Twitch?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's not really a mainstream.
Yeah, it's not a mainstream thing." Charlie here is saying within the next 2 years, he's thinking.
Also, I
He
don't
said
know
we
if
should
anybody
have Kyle.
saw.
What is he saying? We should have Kyle for?
We should have, meaning that we should have streamed ourselves.
I'll say you should have me.
No.
You should have me. commas make a world of difference.
There's
here.
no me in there. We
Fuck, we should have Kyle. I'm Kyle, so I'm me there.
Oh yeah.
He should have me.
Yeah.
Charlie, you can have me if you want.
But I don't know. The video games and Twitch are making strides. This past weekend was Overwatch Championships
He says
on
grammar is
ABC,
stupid.
ESPN, and in Philly, and it sold the fuck out. Wells Fargo Arena was sold the fuck out for a video game.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a lot, and it's going to be a couple
nerds
generations
out there like watching other people play video games.
Yeah, it's something that again,
I don't get it.
Me and Zach are kind of on the same page here. This is definitely your forte, being more of the gamer, being more of somebody that is involved in this culture.
Sure.
Well, I can understand watching the championship.
Oh,
Watching
yeah.
the best of the best play.
Dude, I fucking watch the marble races.
But
I think it's entertaining.
Just watching an average schmuck play a game,
some of them,
dude. It's
some of
so
them,
boring.
What about an above average schmuck?
Yeah, but some streamers, there's times where I just throw on whatever because I don't know what to actually watch.
Yeah.
It's just like television. But the way I look at it, especially with competition style stuff like Overwatch League or Counter-Strike matches or any of that stuff, those guys are like professional NASCAR
and I
racers,
get that.
professional
I
athletes,
totally can watch that.
where you can watch something and actually learn about your playing, or see something where you're like, oh fuck, I didn't realize I could jump on that. You know what I mean? So there are little elements that I'm taking from. Now there are streamers who just play single player games, and some are so good, but you're there for their personality. Charlie can talk about, like I've talked about Co before, Co Carnage. He's a dude who has a life. He starts streaming in the morning, goes until lunch, takes a break, comes back and streams for a couple hours, and then he's done for the day. He went on a 2,000 day streak, like that's what he was doing.
Is that a world
Even through
record
both
in
of his
any way?
kids' births, like he was there and then came home and streamed and whatnot.
What a dickhead.
But his wife is totally about it.
And he named his first son Twitch.
That's where they make their money, though. You know what I mean? But people watch him because, one, he has a good personality. It's like watching a news anchor that you like, or Saturday Night Live, or anybody that you find interesting and whatnot. It's not so much about what they are playing; it's about seeing them and how they react to the game.
And then, that lends itself to the same thing as we were talking before, whether it's male or female. Like you either have a personality or you have a personality.
Yes, and Charlie did bring up that's the thing. No one watches average schmucks.
Makes sense.
The disparity is fucking huge. Yes,
you're
gonna go for somebody.
I gotta tell you, as a guy who has a podcast called Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up, named after himself, with an average of 4 to 6 viewers tops. Yeah. We understand that nobody.
We have 22 views, man.
Yeah. Nobody watches average schmucks.
Yeah, you're right.
We could just change the show to average schmucks.
Yeah.
Maybe we get more hits.
Change my diaper.
Why would we start now changing your diaper? I think you should just keep the same one on for weeks at a time.
Yeah.
And then we stream you taking it off, and we see what kind of shit you're really dealing with.
That's how you die.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You get the plague, and again, you need a bird mask to take care of that. All right.
But
So
living on the corner of mediocrity and average.
Yeah.
We get it.
So Justin, Charlie's saying within the next 2 years or so, you think you might be a little bit less of a hopeful thinker on that, but maybe soon enough it will work itself out and it'll fix itself.
It's weird because it's just like, in a sense, politics. Not that I want to get into politics, but things aren't going to really change until another generation has gone through it. So the kids that are young now, until they actually realize, like, oh fuck, I'm making this stuff and I was stealing stuff before, this isn't right. You know what I mean? I need to wrong what I did, sort of type of thing.
Yeah.
So until that actually happens,
so it's just it's a matter of time, but it will happen. Just like anything, it'll happen. And
especially
then
with all these
in
streaming
20
services.
years there will be another big thing that is happening where somehow somebody is stealing from artists to make money and profit off of an artist without ever giving them recognition or giving them any financial gain to it. What we got here? He said
he agrees with me, but there's background shit going on. I agree, and he says, "Let me fly home, and I'll be on this fucking cast."
All right,
cast Redux.
Yeah. Whenever you want to fly home and be on.
I got to figure out Discord so we can get people on. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm all for people doing and using and spreading
semen
Sure.
The four corners of the globe.
That's the only way the
Keep
globe
getting
keeps on
bitches
going.
pregnant.
I mean, getting art around and getting people into bands and stuff that might not
I
have.
do call my semen art.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's splatter art.
I just arted.
Yeah. I just
Oh
Jackson
God! I
Pollock's
just
all over this
arted it
thing.
right in your
Oh my
beefcake.
God! I can't believe you just swallowed my masterpiece.
I'm gonna need that back.
Yeah, if you could regurgitate it for me on this canvas, it'd be better for all of us.
I take all the semen that doesn't make babies and I
damn,
fucking
dude.
inject it back into my balls. Save it for
Save
later.
it for later.
Save
it for soup.
later.
The Jackson Pollock of the digital age.
Yeah, oh God, it's not digital at all. It is not digital.
New cameras every week.
Oh.
Yeah, it'd get quite expensive.
They do. They do get expensive every week.
I don't know. What do
All
you
right.
think, though? I mean, do you
Honestly,
think that people...
I think the idea of people taking money from somebody who put something out is fucking bullshit. It goes back to the
especially
Elon Musk
for people
thing
that aren't making
where
money
he
on it
was-
originally.
The whole Elon Musk thing last year, that like with him, like anybody that is taking advantage of somebody's work
True.
in
Not
any
even
way.
getting credit for whatever.
And not getting credit. It's not like it's the fucking Eiffel Tower and I made a painting of the Eiffel Tower and I'm not giving credit to the architect of the Eiffel Tower. Like, I created something there.
Yeah, you had a painting, but somebody took that painting and said...
And then, made it their background and they're only getting views because of my painting.
Exactly.
Then go fuck yourself there.
Yep.
I mean... It's frustrating. It's annoying. It's something that I definitely want to keep tabs on, and it makes me more interested in checking out Twitch streams to see what people are doing and
way,
to get into arguments online and, really, really bolster my internet strength.
The best way I
think
could
it'd be
say
good
that
for
we
me.
need to go about it is how Tosh does it. Tosh obviously uses YouTube videos and whatnot, but there's a legality of channels that he has to go through to do that.
Even if he stole that from the G4.
Yeah. True.
Even if he stole the whole concept from somebody else.
True.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey guys, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight for our new song, our wonderful conversation here. Thank you, big thank you to Charlie Eckenbarger. Again, Justin,
One last thing. He said, he said this to me. If I took a $50 donation to use Timmy Tater Tots fucking overlays and alerts, I'd be shut down in a moment.
Yep.
It's about the cash flow, baby.
Oh, fuck it. It's always about where the money is. Always.
Jimmy Tater Tots, fuck you.
So, Justin, what is, once again, Charlie's handle that people can find him?
You can find him on twitch.tv/almostadorno.
ADORN or what is it?
ADORNO.
I said or like it was one word.
Yeah.
All one word, and you can also find
What
him
the fuck
on.
does Adorno mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not delivery, it's
writer?
Adorno.
Was he a writer?
It's not a doorknob, it's Adorno.
It's the Dorno.
Turn my Adorno.
All right. Well, thank you, Charlie, for helping us out here with this conversation tonight. And as
He was
always,
a German philosopher, sociologist, and psychologist, and composer
all right.
known for his critical theory of society.
All right. He says philosopher, LOL.
Yeah.
Well, again, thank you, Charlie, for jumping in on this
But you
with
can
us.
find him on YouTube as well. He's just starting up. Go and subscribe. Get him to 100. He's trying to name his channel. So.
Hell yeah, we
Go
know
give him a
that
hand.
struggle. We know that struggle. Thank you to everybody for tuning in and listening to us. Big shout out to our super producer EJ5000. Last week's episode will be up shortly. He had a wedding to go to this week, so it took a little bit.
Also, I
And
totally
we-
forgot, and I
And we
got
got
home
it to him
late.
at like 11:30 at night, and he has shit to do. He's got a life. The
Why does
motherfucker's
he
got
not-
a life.
Why is he not sitting there
He's
waiting?
not waiting, pining for our
You know
episode.
what, dude?
Like
No
all of
one
our
is.
tens of
Tens of listeners?
Mark is really mad.
I bet he is. I bet he is. Mark, and we have 4 listeners. 2 of them are named Mark. So again, big shout out to Moot.tv. Go check out Let Me Ask You a Question. Putting up new episodes pretty much every single Monday alongside ours. And check out White Wasabi as well. A big thank you to Mr. Justin Nolan-Pato for putting everything together tonight.
Hey, man, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. And as always,
Oh, by the way, where are you guys driving to in this video?
we are driving to Barstow. Yeah, if you're looking at this thing right here, we're driving from Southern California around.
I
Keith
thought this
lives-
was Cruising USA.
Oh, it looks like it, right? Because we're doing the same fucking area. We're driving from Southern California outside of Los Angeles.
This is
Long Beach
originally how
area.
it came to us, though?
And it is, it came to us upside down. It was,
I didn't want to give people vertigo, though.
I had to film it upside down because the mount wouldn't work on the dashboard. So that's us going out to actually the Calico ghost mining town out by Barstow, which is halfway between Los Angeles and Las Vegas. So all credit to that goes to me. So if you're streaming it, give me fucking money, all right?
Give him some fucking
Give
money,
me some fucking money.
Yeah.
Speaking of give me fucking money, this guy never needs to give me money. Mr. Zachary.
Change my diaper.
Stormin. Surprised you didn't just cough the whole way through that. All right, guys.
Hopefully next week I won't be so sick.
Hopefully.
Anymore,
It's the changing of the seasons. It's going to happen. Everyone's getting sick.
Post-nasal sinus drip is crushing my soul.
You got to hate a post-nasal drip. You got to hate a post-nasal
I'm on enough cough medicine
drip.
to kill a horse.
Are you doing the
Like a pony or a
did
full
you find
horse?
the Robo? Did
No,
you
I
hear
didn't
about
get
that?
that yet.
What? No.
There's
There's new extra strength Robitussin.
It comes
Oh
in
my
a
God!
5-hour
How many
energy.
do you need to do for fucking robo
You're supposed to
tripping?
drink a little bit, but the whole bottle is like 5 bottles of.
So
fucking
robo
It
tripping
looks
in
like
like
5-hour energy, and
Yeah.
it's got like
Jesus.
It's like
trippy stuff on
Robo
it. It
Block
looks
or
like
something like that.
it's.
Oh, they're just going for it
They're
then.
just
Fuck
saying,
yeah.
"Hey guys, come get high by drinking Robitussin."
Buttercups.
Buttercups.
I love buttercups.
Yo,
Yeah.
what's up, Butternips?
Why don't you build me up, Butternips? All right, guys. So we will see you next week here on Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up. And as always, we are going to play our closing theme song to play you out. Thank you again for tuning in. If you're
Fuck
listening on
you.
iTunes in the future, Stitcher in the
Fuck
future,
the fans.
listen live
Fuck the
Tuesdays,
world.
9 o'clock.
Fuck Jeff Bezos.
Fuck Jeff Bezos. We'll see you guys next week. Have a great
Fuck
rest
me.
of your night. Fuck
Later.
Zach.
Thank you.
For free. For free.
TV.
Free.
Free.
There's nothing more egomaniacal than singing the theme music for your own show. Who am I? Kelsey Grammer. If I could only drink like him, we're gonna write a new one every week. Some will be solid, some will be weak. We're gonna write a new one every week. Some will be solid, some will be total experimental pieces of shit. Oh, we're not over yet. Now we are.